In a stunning move, 3 county commissioners in southwest Kansas resigned, leaving Seward County at a halt and unable to conduct official business. Keith Grant's been following the fallout and joins us now from the newsroom with more on what happened. Keith?
Rachel, all resignations are effective immediately, and now the county cannot conduct official business until those seats are filled. This is Tammy Sutherland Abbott, Scott Carr, and Persephone Fuller. They all announced they were stepping down at last night's meeting. Sutherland Abbott says her decision came down to public scrutiny. In September, all 3 who resigned had voted to increase the mill levy by nearly 14 mills. They say this was to avoid layoffs at the county, but people in Seward County were not happy with that vote.
There was a vote taken in September.
Okay.
And the community was not happy, but they also did not understand.
We had been ridiculed, mocked, cartoons drawn about us. It's pretty pathetic when the 3 of us in that aspect were givers to this community.
All right, once the governor accepts the resignation letters, the county has 21 days to fill those 3 vacant seats. The local GOP committee will handle the appointments. Before last night's mass resignations, though, the commissioners approved pay for the next 2 weeks. Future pay may be uncertain until those vacant seats are filled because pay requires a vote by the full commission. We did reach out to the county administrator and those remaining commissioners, but did not hear back today. Mike?